This was another pet of someone, a beautiful, beautiful lizard. This is a blue-tongued skink. I do not know if it's a male or a female. I've never checked it out. But it loves to live in here and crawl through the foliage. It eats a variety of insects. Also got eating a little bit of shredded sweet potatoes and mixed peas and carrots and that type of meal as well. And also eat mice. All that mice.
Oh yeah.
All my food that goes to the snakes and other reptiles are not alive, except for the crickets, obviously. They're not live.
I'll go ahead and do the. I think this is pretty interesting. The
that's a captive raised pancake torch that a friend of mine raised years ago, and she just needed to find a new home for it. They spend all their time hiding. It's not a good pet if you like to see your pet very often, because they don't come out very often.
It's one of the only tortoises, if not the only tortoise with a soft shell.
It is soft, yes, right.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It can get between crevices of rocks and bloat itself up. And these were given to me by some children, about 15 years ago. They're leopard geckos. There's two of them in here.
This guy's inside a pretty deep shed.
Yes, it is. Getting ready to shed her skin. This is a Okatee corn snake, captive red Okatee corn snake.
I love the backdrop on that enclosure.
Oh, thank you. I think it's nice to look at it, and also I think it gives them stimulation to the animal too.
Yeah.
And it's fun to make. It's fun to make these things. This is another corn snake. You got to remember, corn snakes are so many different color variations. A lot of people call them the designer snakes because people have done so much breeding with them, you know.
You can't just have one either.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's like, you ever have just one tropical fish?
Yeah, no, you got to have a couple different colors.
This is a captive bred eastern king snake.
Should zoom in on that a little bit since he's hiding. I'd say we could take him out and show you, but we'd never get him out of there, let's be honest. He's in there forever.
And that one's way in the back. That is a Sinaloa milk snake. He came from off of all places, Craigslist. He's in excellent condition when the person had him, but he just needed to find a home for him. This is where he lives.
This guy's pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, that was something I didn't expect to buy. I bought it like it was only $25 at a reptile show. It was about 8 inches long. It's a Honduran milk snake, orange and black. Real pretty. And I thought, you know, it'd be a nice thing to have. You know how that is. So,
oh yeah.
I've had him for several years now. He's about 4.5 feet long. And another pond with Asian turtles in it. These Asian turtles cannot hibernate outside, except for the reed turtles. Reed turtles can hibernate outdoors. Fairly common in the But last year and the year before, I worried about him so much that I said not to do it again. I thought it was too hard on me because I think things are really close. I'm going to make sure he's okay out there. So I said, not this year, I'm just going to call it. This is where he's from.
And that's you said a New Guinea side nest, correct? Yeah. Right over there, the one guy that's out hanging out with us, since everyone else is hiding. Oh, now they're starting to come.
This is a very fast turtle. New Guinea side nest. This was someone's pet. Whoops. They also call them short-necked turtles, although the neck doesn't look short. Compared to the other turtles in that part of the world, this turtle has a short neck.
That's very true. He's a good-looking animal.
It's very nice. It's a pretty peaceful animal, so he hasn't really caused any problems or anything.
So this right here is a little bull snake. Pretty awesome animal. And the reason you bought that was because you were looking for a...
Yeah, I wanted a bull snake because I love the pattern in them. And you know how everybody thinks snakes are venomous, dangerous. Yeah. And this snake gets your attention because it looks like a venomous snake. And I want to show people that not everything that looks venomous is something dangerous. And this is a bull snake. And, you know, they're native to the Midwest and out west. And to me, looks a lot like some of the rattlesnake species. A lot of people tell me that many wild bull snakes are kind of temperamental. This is a captive bred species specimen, very young. It's only about 3.5 feet long. It'll grow to be about 6 feet, maybe 7 feet at the most. But I had a hard time finding it because today there's so much breeding of snakes to create red forms, yellow forms, albino forms. I could not find a normal colored bull snake. And finally I found one. And it was very reasonable. It was only $30. I guess because nobody really wanted them. They wanted all the fancy
they wanted
stuff.
the albino.
I wanted the real natural color. And he is a very gentle snake, eats well, and makes a real nice snake for talks and things that people love looking at him. People who are afraid of snakes say, you know, that's a beautiful snake. They still like it. And down below is another snake that people all say, oh, what a beautiful snake. This is a corn snake. Remember we said there's many different varieties, color variations, different morphs of corn snake. This is one that has a lot of red in it. The black bordering on the pattern is not as pronounced as some of the other corn snakes. This one I've had since a little hatchling. It was captive bred, given to me by someone who raised it. And said, I think you could use this, and so I've had this for about 8 years, or maybe 9 years or so. Corn snakes are really great beginner snakes for people who want to try out a snake.
That was my first snake.
Yeah, they're really very, very nice snakes, and they don't get huge. I'm not into the big, huge snakes. That a lot of people want to get the boas and the pythons and stuff. They get too big, and you know these other snakes you can handle them better and everything, and they just stay a good size. And the corn snake is perfect for that. Probably the #1 snake in the entire world as a pet snake.
One thing about big snakes is they make big poops, and that is a big mess to clean up.
Sure.
Oh, he's sticking out. Let's go ahead and check him out.
Now this, you know, I told you all my animals are from people's pets and stuff. This one is one of the exceptions. This one is a garter snake that our cat caught and was getting ready to eat it about 8 years ago. It was about 10 inches long. This snake now is probably one of the biggest garter snakes I've ever seen. He's over 3 feet long.
There's a nice blue tint to him too.
Really, this is a very pretty garter snake. What do I feed him? He eats fish, you know, thawed out fish. I do not feed him goldfish. I feed him smelts, and I do supplement the smelts with vitamins. Those frozen smelts contain a product called thiominase. It breaks down thiamine, and garter snakes and water snakes will be killed if you feed them too many frozen fish.
Same way with turtles and crocodiles,
Yeah, exactly,
just about any
but
reptile.
Snakes especially go faster than turtles
Really?
even. And this guy eats earthworms, also mice. Again, all the mice are frozen, thawed out. Small mice, eat most small mice. He's a great snake. Garter snakes usually kind of squirmy and squirt musk all over you.
Yeah.
This one doesn't do that as much. He does a little bit at first, and then he does calm down. It's a really nice snake.
These are a very, very neat turtle. I see you trim back the plant. You're almost unable to see them.
So we can see some turtles in here. These are some of the smallest turtles in the world. These are Vietnamese leaf turtles. These little turtles are also called the black-breasted turtle. If anybody's really good at breeding turtles, this is one turtle you should try to concentrate on. They're trying to create some good assurance colonies throughout the world. I know in Germany they've been quite successful in doing this because these guys are in real trouble in their native land. They're being wiped out by people who harvest them for making them into jellies and things like that, for skin supplements. Poor little turtles. There's 2 of them here, male and a female. They have laid eggs, but I have not been successful in having them hatch yet. And they do go outside separately from the other turtles in the summertime, but for now, this is a 40-gallon breeder. A lot of hiding places in it. Eat a lot of earthworms. Feed them also sweet potatoes, soft fruits, things like that.
By the way, that is a fake toad. Every time I come in, I'm like, there's a real toad in there. That is not healthy.
It looks really real, doesn't it?
It's not necessarily good for turtles. One good chomp on a toad.
And here's your favorite. This is the water snake, northern water snake. This one was captured by a friend who has a pond in his yard, and they have hundreds of these water snakes there. And he said they come into the garage all the time and into the driveway. And I said, oh, really? I said, well, you know what? I need one for talks and stuff. Now, this is not the snake you want as a quote-unquote pet, okay? You want it to study it and learn from it and look at it, then that's okay. But you cannot handle this snake. Very, very few people have ever had a northern water snake that can be handled. They bite viciously. They throw musk. They thrash around all over the place. Whereas I've been told that the Florida banded water snake is completely different and much more docile. Maybe some of your viewers can attest to that or not, but I've never had one of those before. This guy is used, and I use him for talks, but I don't handle him. He gets too stressed out. I put him in a plastic container with water, fast up really tight so he can't get out, and there he sits, you know.
Yeah. They're a very neat snake. That's probably one of the most common snakes you see in the wild. Everybody thinks they're a cottonmouth. They're like, it's a cottonmouth. It's like, no, it's not. It's not a cottonmouth.
They are everywhere.
It's just a northern water snake. Nothing to worry about. He's just as afraid of you as you are of him. He's going to run. He's going to get out of the way. I mean, the bad part is people be walking down the side of the river, and they will be in between the snake and the water, and then all of a sudden the snake lunges for the water because that's where they feel safe, and somebody's like, oh, he was chasing me. He wasn't chasing you. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Absolutely right. And sometimes they like behind overhanging trees over the water.
Laying inside boats.
Drop inside canoes and stuff. You go see some fast paddling then, you know, they take it quickly.
Or jumping out of a good boat. Perfectly good boat.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to show off this little turtle?
He actually he hasn't even been out. I don't know what his deal is. He's always coming out to see me.
This is one of the genus Phrynops. This is the Gibba side neck turtle from South America. Generally, the genus Phrynops is a very, very gentle genus. This one, I'm afraid to put in one of the Phrynops species because he is really aggressive at snapping at anything loose near him. I'm afraid he's going to hurt him.
Very food aggressive little guy.
Yes, he is. So he's not been put in monitors just for that reason at all.
Well, very awesome collection. Thank you for letting us film it. We appreciate it.
Thank you for checking out my videos of this reptile collection. If you haven't seen all 3 parts, make sure you check down inside the description box below where there's a link to each part. And make sure you subscribe to see future videos. We have plenty of venomous snakes, crocodiles, and large constrictors yet to come. Have a great day.